Good evening, everyone. I make a motion to come out of our executive session, seconded by Mrs. Starr. All in favor?
Aye.
Following our new protocol this month, we've done our executive session prior to having our main public portion that did not inconvenience members of the public, and thus far seems to be working very well. So we're jumping into our presentations this evening. The first item we have is our recognition for our outgoing board members. Mrs. Shankalini, been on the board various times for various years. I don't know how many years of service.
Well, this April would be the first time I ran 20 years ago, and with the exception of maybe 6 years, I've been on the board for 20 years. So thank you.
We have a clock here this evening
Oh.
to go with, I'm sure some of your other clocks and plaques.
I have a closet full. Give it to me after. Give it to me after.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it, everybody. I didn't mean it that to be rude. I didn't mean that.
That just does say your 14 years of service. I'm sorry. I didn't read
Thank you.
far enough in the resolution. With that, we'll move on. We have our presentation by Mrs. Lyman's Leadership Club. I'm assuming that these young individuals here with us. So, no further ado, if you guys would like to go ahead and take the floor.
Hello, my name is Ella Caballero, and I'm in Miss Jackson, Miss Hayden's 4th grade class.
Hello, my name is Elliot Gilmore, and I am in Miss Pilgrim's 4th grade class.
Hello, my name is Cassandra Rosello, and I am also in Miss Pilgrim's 4th grade class.
Hello, my name is Marshall Roskowski, and I am also in Mrs. Pilgrim's 4th grade class. We are very glad to be here tonight to report what's happening in your school.
In September, we started the year with responsibility and came back to school to meet our new teachers and classrooms. Our school theme this year is Peace, Learn, and Grow, which can be seen all over the school. The focus is on being kind to everyone and growing in all aspects of the school setting.
Before and after the school clubs also started in October, many students have enjoyed participating in the extracurricular activities like art club, board game club, embroidery club, and kickball club. A really exciting addition to Main Road extracurriculars this fall is Yearbook Club, where we are all looking forward to seeing the highlights from throughout the year, as well as having a special reminder of our time at Main Road.
In the news of October, we celebrated respect and dedicated a whole week to it. We wore our brightest and shiniest neon or sparkly outfit to let respect shine. We dressed to impress in our finest attire to show kindness is classy. On Wednesday, we wore our PJs to put bullying to bed. Next, we teamed up against bullying by wearing our favorite team sports gear. Finally, we ended the week of respect by wearing something that shows who we are with a clear message to help everyone respect others.
To go along with this theme, we also had a Live and Bully Free assembly at Main Road School. Chris Hollifield, a motivational speaker, came to encourage us to always do our best and put in effort into everything we did. His message helped prepare us to recognize and avoid bullying amongst our peers.
Other October activities included Red Ribbon Week, which was a lot of fun. Red Ribbon Week is the oldest and largest drug prevention program in the nation and is a way for people and communities to take a visible stance against drugs. On Monday, we showed our support by wearing red to put a stop to drugs. We also received a brag tag to brag about being drug-free. On Tuesday, we laid off drugs by wearing Lay's and Hawaiian shirts. The next day, we wore our workout clothes to show respect for our bodies and to be drug-free. Then, we dressed up for Halloween to scare drugs away. We ended the week with a Proud to be Drug-Free Spirit Day and wore our school colors with pride.
The day before Thanksgiving, Main Road held its annual hoedown celebration. The PTO provided a bee tree for us in the cafeteria. We all dressed in our best Western attire and had lots of fun dancing with our friends.
Another addition to Main Road extracurriculars this year is Leadership Club. Our group of 21 leaders from 3rd grade and 4th grade have been busy this fall. We have completed several kindness challenges, like making positive clothespins to spread kindness around the school, sending holiday messages and gifts to staff members for Halloween and Thanksgiving, and writing positive messages on the windows and bathroom mirrors around the school.
In the Leadership Club, we also learned about setting good examples for our classmates, making hard choices, how to work as a team, how to apologize, how to have courage. We even had a special visit from Mr. Betts, where he answered all of our interesting questions. Our favorite part of the club is playing games together and getting to know our students outside of our homeroom class.
In November, we kicked off the month with a school-wide assembly by Miss Inverso, where she introduced the Inverso Emporium to all students. We began earning Inverso incentive dollars on the bus, during recess, and in lunches when showing good character. We learned about the character tree of service and wrote letters to a parent at Main Road School serving in the military. The CCC created a cool activity where all students wrote down a random act of kindness they would do that week on a colorful strip of paper. Then we turned the strips into chain links, creating a huge chain in the cafeteria, showing how one act of kindness can lead to another, like a chain reaction.
During morning meeting, we started to build positive classroom environments to share our feelings and listen to others. This is the time where we do fun activities to get to know and respect one another. In November, we started using the Character Strong program during morning meetings, where each homeroom is following the same lessons and receiving the same messages each day.
We are so happy to report another successful dollar donation drive. Throughout the month of November, each homeroom collected money for those in need. Last year, we were able to donate $100 ShopRite gift cards to 12 local families in need.
Since the drive was such a great success last year, we decided to try again. It's a great way to help families in need during the holiday season. This year, we were able to provide 11 families with $100 ShopRite gift cards and turkeys. Way to go, students. Great job.
In the beginning of December, we had the honor of celebrating our Educator of the Year. Ms. Sciacavelli, a 4th grade teacher, won Educator of the Year, and Ms. Morris Raymond, our speech pathologist, won Educator Service Professional of the Year. All of the students lined the hallways with posters and pom-poms to cheer for these two great teachers.
Earlier this month, Main Road had a new boiler installed. To go along with our character trait of gratitude, we were grateful for the chance to go on local field trips during the school day to Skate 47 and Gitano's indoor soccer arena. Our leadership club even helped organize for these field trip days by gathering materials for relay races and creating signs for the different stations. These are days that we will certainly remember.
Last week, Mrs. Tower and her talented singers and chorus performed an amazing concert for all to hear and enjoy. Great job, singers. We also held our annual Toys for Tots drive and helped others enjoy the gift-giving season. This week, we have a lot to look forward to. The holiday shop is set up in the library. Each day this week is a different spirit day for the festive holiday week. And on Friday, we have our PTO holiday room celebrations.
So far, it's been a groovy year at Main Road School.
Thank you and have a great night.
Thank you guys for coming out this evening, and I appreciate the report on the boiler, because I was curious myself. How everything went, does everything seem to be functioning okay now that it's back to school?
Is it warm?
The heat's working. And those 2 days that you were interrupted, did you have some fun with those days? Yeah. I'm glad to hear it. Great job on all that charity work we guys are doing over there. Got a few more days, final countdown, Christmas break then. Have a Merry Christmas. Any other board members have any comment?
I want to thank Ms. Waddington for all the organization and hard work. The kids are great, but it also takes a great leader, and you're a great role model for them. So thank you for all that you do.
Yeah, we're going to take a probably 2-minute break to get that presentation set up. You guys are more than welcome to stay, or if you want to take a picture, you enjoy that, fine as well. You guys are done. Thank you.
Good?
Yeah.
Hi.
What's the, and the instructions?
I don't know. I'm Lindsay Leary. So I'm Abby Cione. We're both on the social emotional learning committee.
Well,
As you know,
you're not,
we are at
I think
this point.
that's kind
So
of
this is a
popular.
list of our members.
All right, wait a minute, let me get this up.
Everyone that's on it. It's a mix. There's administrators, teachers, school counselors, child study team members, so a wide variety of people across the district.
Our motto, our vision is still the same as it has been, just meeting our staff and students on their level of need and supporting a healthy mindset just across the district.
These are the pictures from the beginning of this year from each school.
So our first slide, we're looking at tracking the discipline just as a baseline. We started in 22-23. And just quickly looking, I'm not going to go through, but the highlighted numbers are where we see the decreases in behavior. And then we look at this so we can design our events and curriculum based on any of the trends that we see. So as you can see just by a quick glance, it is our discipline data, it is declining, which is what we obviously want to see. Breakdown of the discipline, this is just across the district. Overall, there's been a decrease in the incidents in comparison to last year. So far this year, September to November, we are down 24%. And the categories that are occurring most frequently, we see bus incidents, just general misconduct, disrespect, and inappropriate physical conduct. And then if you look down, you see overall at CLR, there's been 187, Main Road 55, and Janvier 38. And then it does go farther into breaking them down. But you have a copy, correct? So. Yeah. Okay, so our strategic plan update, and this is from last, I believe it was March or April, we presented until now. The committee has continued to meet monthly. We have our 2024-2025 schedule made to continue to meet monthly. We purchased a Character Strong curriculum and provided PD to the staff on our half of PD day on Halloween. The SEL committee continues to plan monthly events for the staff. They send out an SEL calendar monthly, which we have like a subcommittee, and then the counselors from each school also meet. The team has begun to investigate the possibility of starting a mentoring program in each building. A survey was sent out to all the staff regarding interest in being part of this program. The responses are due back by the end of this week. And once looking at the responses, if we think that there's a good interest, then we are going to begin the next phase and select the mentees and getting parent consent, and then possible implementation, hopefully by February.
Is that a child or an adult?
A teacher, yes, a teacher and child.
So a big thing recently has been Character Strong. So like Lindsay said, we purchased the curriculum and we gave PD to all the staff at the end of October, and then we began implementing it in all homeroom classes November 11th. So we've been going for about a month and a half now with it consistently throughout the district. It's a pre-K through 5th grade curriculum for most of it, and then there's a 6th grade component as well. But the pre-K to 5th grade, it's very similar. The goal in the program is, like they're saying, is be kind, be strong, and do well. And then there's different aspects that fall under those, and it's broken down to be very specific to each grade level so that the children are learning things that are relevant to them. And then the 6th grade curriculum is built around 8 essential character traits. And that one it's a little bit different, but also 6th graders are older, so it's geared more towards what they need. So this is the be kind, be strong, and be well, and it just shows the little characters that they use in the curriculum and the character traits that align with those. So we have respect, empathy, and cooperation under be kind, where they're learning conflict resolution and just general social skills. skills. And then E Strong has responsibility, perseverance, and courage. And they're learning things like executive functioning, focusing, organizing, and goal setting. And then under Be Well, which is just general wellness strategies and emotion regulation, is gratitude, honesty, and creativity. So it's very grade level specific, but still all of them correlate to the main specific trait. So this just shows you a breakdown of how it relates to each grade level. So these are the expectations for Character Strong at Janvier and Main Road. We all started with the kindness kickoff, which was 2 weeks, and then after that, we do it 5 days a week. It's a Monday through Friday, where we break down the lessons into specific components so that everyone is on the same page. And then at Ritter, they implement it once a week on Wednesdays. The grade 5 teachers follow kind of the same thing as the other grades. Where they introduce it and then they go through different portions of the lesson. And then the grade 6 teachers, they pick a session of their choosing from the 5 lesson format, so it's a little bit different in 6th grade. The program also provides a lot of extra resources that are not just part of the character traits for the lessons. There's a lot related to behavior and how to respond to students in certain situations. It's very resourceful.
Okay, so unifying our district, this is something we've been working on as a committee for the past few years. Just trying to get all 3 of our schools on the same page and trying to do as much as we can together. So we held our annual SEL Day in May, where staff had the opportunity to participate in different our vertical articulation sessions. There was also choice sessions, wellness sessions, and we also, the SEL committee was also able to create various baskets and obtained $1,000 worth of gift cards that were raffled off. So that was it was a fun day. The school counselors meet monthly to communicate about trends, behavior supports, and we align the school buildings with activities to support all of that. Our calendar this year, we've incorporated Wellness Wednesdays for staff, where the counselors provide articles and wellness reminders. And on Wednesdays, we are also wearing pink to support one of our teachers. So there was 170 staff members that did purchase shirts to support Serrano, which was very nice. Each school's climate team also meets throughout the year to create positive culture for staff and students. And we create a calendar of monthly events and review discipline data at these meetings. And our teams mostly report bi-monthly to the SEL committee. The district supports have changed a little bit this year. We no longer have a standing contract with Dec16 and Associates since our 3-year grant has ended. So managing the intense behaviors of our top tier students without this assistance of the BCBA and the RBT has posed new challenges within the schools. The administration and the staff are working closely with the child study team to identify these patterns and the behaviors, and we are planning to offer PD sessions, well, the child study team is, to the staff in regards to possible interventions to support the students. The DLC is also trying to identify tiers of support within our school communities. And despite these efforts, it is still difficult to sustain the same level of support and expertise that we did get through having that grant with the Brett Denovi staff. So Main Road, our school supports, we have the CCC, and this is our final year, I believe. This is our 3rd year in the grant. The end of last year, their caseload was 44 students with individual or group counseling sessions. They did class lessons monthly for the whole school. Some of them were on conflict resolution and test taking, also respecting peers. And then they did a whole school March Madness coping skill tournament where the students got to vote on different types of coping skills, and of course Fidget Toys was the winner of what helps the students the most. And then the start of this year so far, we have 28 students on their caseload for small groups that they meet once a week. Also, they are going into classrooms again, doing different lessons on how to be respectful, conflict versus bullying. As the leadership club spoke about. They did the kindness chain, and that's the World Kindness Day. So they talked about that also.
So at Jambier this year, we have the CCC grant, and we will have it for the next 3 years. So we have Sarah Della, who's the social and emotional learning specialist. That's at our school. She's here every day. She goes into classrooms and has taught many, around 30 classroom lessons already since September. She talks to the kids about emotions and personal space, and she incorporates the monthly character traits as well, just like the Character Strong. But she also is involved in helping teachers with classroom management, assisting with different behaviors, and she currently has a caseload of almost 30 students for small group and individual sessions. So she's seeing those students as well. She also is starting a bereavement group for students who lost a parent, caregiver, or sibling. That's just starting out now.
This is a picture of the gratitude tree that the CCC did with the students, all of the classes here at Jambier. The character trait of the month in November was gratitude, and they were asked to decorate a leaf with pictures that represent what they were grateful for, which made their gratitude trait. So I guess it's all the students what they're grateful for.
So also here at Jambier, another school support is we were awarded the PPSIS grant for the next 3 years as well. The mission of this initiative is to build capacity among New Jersey school personnel to implement a multi-tiered system of support that results in equitable access to a continuum of social, emotional, and behavioral wellness for all students. There's a bunch of different members on the team, from administrators, child safety, counselor, and then multiple teachers. They attended a webinar, and they've had 2 in-person sessions with the coach from Rutgers. This is the first year, so it's all about planning. Like they're just going through the whole planning process right now, and then the goal would be for next year for there to actually be implementation of the framework that they plan. So it's just the kind of foundation right now. Here's just an update from the last update that we gave you in April till November of this year. So we continue to have character ed, school safety / PBSIS committee meetings. We continue to do our monthly character ed, school spirit calendars for students and staff. Like for example, our holiday spirit week this week. We have weekly and monthly student recognition programs. There's a lot there, things like Student of the Month, bus character certificates, character sticker weekly, lunch with champions every week, and then monthly and trimester attendance awards. And then the daily morning meeting or afternoon meeting, which incorporates our Character Strong curriculum, and then also whatever a homeroom class may need that day, which all creates a positive, safe, welcoming classroom culture.
At Main Road, we held our annual Carnival Day in June, which was rewarding day for both students and staff. And again, a lot of this will be repetitive because the leadership clubs did a wonderful job of presenting it, but our theme this year is Peace, Learn, and Grow, which we are embedding into our daily routines. We have birthday recognition for staff over the announcements. Monthly school climate meetings are being held to plan morale-boosting activities for students and staff. We've continued this year with sending Happy Mail home also to Main Road families. We have monthly meetups for staff that has also continued from last year. We have Mustangs of the Month that are chosen for a student that stands out in practicing whatever that monthly character trait is. Spirit days and weeks each month. Staff morale boosting activities. We do the monthly snack cart for staff as well. Miss Inverso, we started the Inverso incentive. We had the kickoff this year, and then they started earning dollars to spend at the Emporium, which the students are absolutely loving. World Kindness Day, again, we had that kindness chain that's hanging around the cafeteria. We had our hoedown that was held for the students to dance with friends. And again, we had a successful dollar donation collection. Ritter. So at Ritter, they are also having the school climate and safety meetings. The Student of the Month recognition and celebrations. There's birthday recognition, cards, and treats for students and staff. Positive praise referrals. They had their first Friday to kick off each month with engaging electives such as balloon twisting, kickboxing, cooking, pottery, origami, sand art, and much more. There are Ram Ready rewards, which is glow-in-the-dark dodgeball and candy bingo. They have spirit days as well throughout the year. Making the most of the weather with outside lunches. The volleyball tournaments, they had the winners versus the teachers. I know they started getting up the tiny house exhibit where the students work across academic subjects and with the community. Service learning luncheon, they do the character trait color run, the cereal domino challenge, which we can see in the picture. They had their field day. September, they had a week of respect and activities assembly. A Red Ribbon Week lesson and activities. They had a Halloween social. In November had a turkey trot, and they also had a Thanksgiving food drive collection.
So then our next steps as we move forward in our committee. So we're seeking out feedback from staff on the implementation of Character Strong to see how it's going, positives, negatives, what they're seeing in the classrooms. We're going to analyze the results of the mentoring survey once we get that back at the end of this week to determine the possibility of the mentoring program in our schools. We're going to continue to plan district-wide events to support both staff and students. Continue to keep our communication open between our district level SEL committee and then the different school level climate teams, keeping that communication open. Continuing to provide professional development to staff so that we can focus on positive behavior supports and de-escalation techniques. And then continue to update our webpage as well. And it will also include important links for parents to learn more about Character Strong as well. And that's all that we have. Does anyone have any questions for us?
How long are the lessons for January and May? They're daily, about how long? That's what I have.
Our character block is 20 minutes, so about 20 minutes. Yeah.
Each day?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a quick question. I was getting my seat back. Regarding the curriculum that was adopted, you guys have looked at several other curriculums, I guess. You piloted them out.
Yep, we piloted three.
Three.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously this was one that was chosen. So Michelle's question answered one of my questions was roughly 20 minutes a day is what this curriculum is being utilized for. And obviously you highlighted some of the program, but does it also incorporate other topics, like educational topics within that curriculum, or is it just strictly?
No, it's really just focused on the character
so
traits.
Focused on SEL.
Yeah, but there's lots of like the kids working together, so they're also getting like those social skills. So no, it's not like ELA or math.
I got you. I didn't know those were somehow better than that, or somehow. So I guess the idea with this curriculum is, proceeding forward, the kids will receive the same curriculum, age appropriately, right?
Right.
They'll be used to it, and
It takes
they'll be able to
the
platform
treat
there.
and then goes, a step farther with
They're
it.
already used to, so moving through the grades, they'll recognize it.
It'll be familiar to them, yep.
Now, is the 5th and 6th grade, are they going to be looking at expanding that to more than one day a week, or is that going to be pretty standard?
As
Or
far as I just, is what their schedule is, right, one day a week is what, because their schedule is different than Jan Beer and Main Road.
Right.
I mean, what I can tell you is that they are implementing it at different times when they see fit, because Wednesday is the only day right now that is dedicated to character education. But there are some teachers that are incorporating it, because like one of the things that you said, there are resources that do link up to like books when you're talking about like learning. So there are resources, if they're doing a topic, there are read alouds that they can do it with. So they kind of have more flexibility at Ritter, just because they don't have the time allotted. So once we get more feedback, we can figure out, I don't think there's any plans on changing that this year, because you're talking about schedule changes.
Schedule-wise, but the one day's amendment, that's not maximum, they're obviously utilizing it in other areas, like you're saying.
That's what I've heard from teachers,
Right.
because there is, because they have flexibility, their program is still 5 steps, but they have flexibility to kind of pick what they want to do, and they're using it throughout the day
In other
when they
areas,
see, because as they get older, they're kind of honing in on what they see as the challenges more for the kids at that point, whereas like when they're younger, they kind of have a lot of challenges, so we're kind of covering all areas. So, but we're just going to try to get feedback and see how it's working.
Gotcha.
And there are some days where, even though like Abby's saying that it's 20 minutes that they have, some of the lessons are only 5 minutes. So it's like, we consider it to be a supplemental resource rest of the 15 minutes, they can kind of do whatever they want.
Right.
And there are a lot of, and I don't know if I missed it, because I'm a long day. There are, can we show the slide on the campus resources?
Yes.
Okay. So all those campus resources and those behavior supports are also being like utilized throughout the day by teachers. So that's another added benefit to this resource, because there are things that help us through like conflict resolution, and if you have a child that you need to really figure out a plan for, the resources are there. So it's nice for the teachers, they've been using that as well.
So like a regular 20-minute session, you're saying it might be 5 minutes of structured lessoning, and then the other 15 minutes is
It gives them some
incorporated.
like flexibility so that they can implement some things that they want. Like the introduction might only value 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
So
The lessons are longer,
Right.
the lesson is
Yeah,
longer,
it's-
but like the connect portion, it goes over 5 to 10 minutes.
It's spread throughout, and then also depending on the classroom, what maybe those students need at that time, there's something going on in their classroom, then that would be the more important discussion as opposed to, spending the whole time on this. If the students within your class need a morning meeting, a class morning meeting, then that would be the focus.
Gotcha. Thank you. Is there a board member question? Thank you. ladies.
I don't have any questions, and you guys did a great job. It sounds like the program, you're liking it so far, and it's fitting in with what we're doing. The concern I have is procedural, and we discussed this a little bit. The program itself was never brought to the board to be approved. It was on a bill list, it was in a presentation, but it was never brought to the board. We were never informed that the district was piloting any SEL programs. So my concern is that going in the future, any programs that we are looking at to institute are shared with us in that aspect.
Yeah, I think that wasn't directed to you.
No.
Right.
Yeah, sure you will. Sure.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you're Michelle, that's what correct, just had the discussion.
So I don't know if that actually has to come.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's already purchased. And yeah, we probably should, that way cover relations, make sure that, the paperwork lines up.
Like earlier, oversight of something because of the strategic plan, I don't know how to move forward, the board needs to review and approve.
Right, I mean, this is the first we've really even heard anything about the program, let alone that it's being implemented, so that's a whole other, I mean, it sounds like it's working for what we needed, but it's not something we were aware of prior to it being implemented.
Understood.
All right, moving on, where we're at, public comments. Make a motion to go to the public, for agenda items, second.
Second.
All in favor? Is there anyone from the public who would like to address the board? Seeing no one, Mr. Cook.
I would thank you, Mr. Brandt. Henry Kovic, President, Township of Franklin Principal and Supervisor Association. I just wanted to take this moment to thank Ms. Ciangalini for your many years of service, your dedication. Certainly your time and effort that you've put forth has been appreciated and respected. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Henry, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cook. Seeing no one else, I make a motion to close the first public portion of that second. All in favor?
Aye.
School board president report, I don't have anything specific to report, other than it, for whatever reason, popped in my head the other day, that never reported back to the board on the old James School marijuana application. I'm assuming everyone has already been, that application was denied by the zoning board, but I know we discussed it here again. Not really sure why it popped in my head the other day, where my thought process is going. Talking about marijuana, I'm not sure. But I want to report that to the board because I didn't believe I ever did. Other than that, I don't have anything else to report. Other than we did talk exactly about the accident that occurred and gave us an update on the prayers or with the family of two individuals that were injured and that really thank the Lord covered. That was a bus accident and that's
And I want to lead off with that. Actually, it's 4 microphones here, so this one's working. Vicki was our bus driver. She is commended for how she handled the situation. We're going to bring her out to the next board meeting, do something for her. As you know, it's very emotional for her and her family. As we understand right now, both the grandmother and our student are doing okay. Thankfully, both are doing okay. But here back in the district, I do want to commend not only Vicki, but Trish next year, who was notified, turned around, she said no, came back to deal with the situation. And Sharon Clare, our director of transportation, also did a great job getting on top of things. Communication was terrific among all of us. Chief of Police also was in contact with me. Again, knock on wood, everything worked out well. It was a little scary. It was a bad night, rainy, dark, and it was just not good. But thankfully, it could have been a lot worse. But I do want to commend the people here in the district who really stepped up. Do a great job every day, but really stepped up at night to make sure things were taken care of. Speaking of which, as you know, the main road boiler has been successfully installed. It's been so hot in classrooms that kids are falling asleep now, so we created another problem. Teachers really have to amp it up and keep the kids awake. Now, it went very well. I do want to commend the neighborhood staff for stepping up. Mrs. Converso and I had a meeting with them the one day, and before we were done talking, they were like, "We can do this. They had great ideas." And sure enough, that plan came together and it worked out perfectly. Doing it with staff, Nicole, and particularly our bus drivers as well. We really stepped up to volunteer, get in to transport our kids back and forth between Katanas and Skate 47. So thank you to all that made that last minute maneuver work so well. Tonight, the board hopefully will approve using ESS for sub-coverage. That will alleviate an issue that our teachers have had when teachers are out sick or on professional days. There's not been enough subs. We've had a pool of about 20, 25 substitutes. By going with ESS on a different level, we're hoping to increase our pool to 600. So hopefully teachers will get professionals in to cover their classes, and teachers won't have to give up the preparation periods, which desperately needed to get to the classroom. And it's a continuity of coverage too that we'll be able to supply, hopefully starting as early as the first week of January. As you can tell tonight, SEL is alive and very well in the hallways. Just walking through the hallways today alone, kids, staff members wearing hats and necklaces, and just not just for the holidays, but just a great spirit in all 3 schools. Still being relatively new here to Franklin Township. It's really an amazing place to be. There's an energy in the hallways that you may not realize coming from being here for your entire career or being new to the profession. This stuff doesn't happen in other places, but it happens here. Just walk the halls of Janvier, you'll see decorations, artwork, things related to the holidays. The kids have done. It's everywhere. It's a spirit today. I was able to make cookies in the classroom. The kids were making these Elmer's glue with cinnamon and applesauce cookies. It was just a great feeling in these buildings, and it's just makes me very proud to be the interim superintendent here. So thank you to everyone who brings that every single day to all 3 of our buildings. And I just want to say happy holidays to the board, to our parents and staff members, and to our students. You guys are great, and it's just a great place to be. So everyone will be safe and be happy during this holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gretz. Just curious how many Elmer's glue cookies did you eat?
We did tell them they're not edible. We did say that.
The way you described them, they sound so delicious.
We ate pastry, kids.
Third, 4th grade. The kids were like, I said, you guys can eat this. I'm like, no, you just said not to eat it. You can eat it, it's fine.
Oh, you did? Oh, did you?
No, it was great. I was able to read a story while they were making the cookies. You should be hanging on your tree, but not, so, a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did see a tray of cookies in the back. I thought they were a little
You can eat those.
Bart, do you have anything from, Jen?
Not really, just keep your eyes open. Usually stuff starts up around February and Terry Lewis has retired. I saw her at convention. So I don't know who our new person, I think his last name is Adams, I'm not sure. Terry, I think, has been done for a while.
She officially
I think she was kind of tired of us all, you know, but I shouldn't say that. But she served us all very well for many years. So she's retired, and now you'll see
Tricia, do you have anything from that one? Who are you?
anything coming up.
So Jesse Adams.
Jesse Adams, yeah.
Retired too. They brought him back.
Did he really?
Jesse's great.
Yeah, well,
What'd you say? What'd you say, Trish?
I will send an email to the call center.
Okay, thank you.
Any DOE liaison reports? Seeing none. Move on to our minutes from November the 12th, regular board meeting. Everyone has an opportunity to review them. We'll make a motion to approve the minutes as listed. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Human resources? Just about the same thing there. Nothing since our executive session. Therefore, I'll make a motion to approve human resources items G1 through G11, as recommended by the superintendent. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other comments or questions before members? Tricia, call roll.
Franklin?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Progresso?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Star?
Yes.
Grant?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, education items. No revisions there, so I'll make a motion to approve education items H1 through H5 as recommended by the superintendent. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other comments by the board members? Tricia, call roll.
Smith?
Yes.
Star?
Yes.
Franklin?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Progresso?
Yes.
Grant?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Operator. I'm sorry, general administration, superintendent's report. You have all these enrollment figures. Anyone have any questions? If not, I'll make a motion to approve general administration item 5.1 through I6 as recommended by the superintendent. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other comments? First call roll.
Progresso?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Star?
Yes.
Franklin?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Grant?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, claims, or operations, sorry.
Yeah, operations, there was a bill list added this afternoon, you see that highlighted in yellow. Anybody need any time to go over those or have any questions on the bills?
Which one was added, Trish, to?
So, we won't have that. Okay. Item 2, 3, and 4 are the budget transfers, board secretary report, and treasurer report for the month of October 2024. Cafeteria report, we don't have any yet for November. 6, we have the 2 out of district as listed. 7 is done. 8, we have 4 out of district services for homebound construction services. 9 is done, 10 is done, 11 is done. Item 12 is the invitation to accept and acknowledge of 10 roasted turkeys to the Ritter Thanksgiving Food Drive, which was received from a retired bus driver with the district, Mr. Lisi, and the donation had a value of approximately $300. 13, use facilities ratified and earned. is done. 15 is the carryover amendment for the Title I, Title II, Title III immigrant, and Title IV grants as listed. Basically, any funds that may have not been spent in fiscal year 24 is now rolled into fiscal year 25. Number 16 is the Title I salary allocations that were previously approved, but with the carryover, they are now revised. So there's 4 funds allocated to Title I. Number 17 is the product code approval for door access systems as listed. Number 18 is the ESS Northeast revised demo that was discussed for the additional subsidy. And that is all for operations.
Are there any comments or questions on that? Before I make the motion, I just wanted to, publicly, again, state my disagreement with the procurement procedures that we've been implementing regarding some of these projects, specifically in this item 17. Again, I think that a lot of these higher dollar projects should be going out to bid, as I believe it is the policy of the board. Unfortunately, that particular item, I feel like that's good again. With that, if there's other comments, I'll make a motion to approve operations items J1 through J18 as listed. That's second. Any other comments?
I think you need to just do a better job of moving along and trying to track.
Absolutely.
I think we won't have like on your comment this time.
If I could just comment that the door access system is not being purchased illegally or out of board policy. There's been an ordinance with board policy and statutes and purchasing regulations.
Well, I just want to state that the state is illegal. I just said I don't believe that the procurement procedure, the policy will follow. We disagree on that all the time.
But I wanted to clarify that.
Correct.
Motion on the floor.
The one second, the motion was second.
Yep, correct, yes.
Are there any comments?
We'll pull that one out for there, and they don't,
They already showed us your table.
Just vote no.
Yeah, but if you don't want to vote on that particular item, you can vote down.
Just that one.
Like, for instance, that's item 17, you can vote yes, but no, that's item 17, if you like. And if we have done in the past, separating some motions, but such confusion, so I think there was this time, so. The motion second, any other comments? No. Call roll, please.
Star?
Yes, except J1, bill list number 1, and the same, everybody else.
Got it.
Yes, they're all on it.
Changlini?
Yes.
Cunningham?
Yes.
Doyle?
Yes.
Verdoso?
No to J17, yes, everything else.
Smith?
no to J17, yes, everything else.
Grant?
Yes, no to item 17.
Motion carries.
Old business, we have standing items listed, and board members, any comments?
The only thing, not necessarily old business in regards to what's listed, but just in reference to the accident, I know that our transportation does have that they tend to align bus stops to the side of the home of the child, but I think especially on thoroughfares like Grand and Lincoln that are traveled well and not well lit, it might be something that we revisit as routes are being determined for the next school year to try and make sure that these stops are on the side of the home as opposed to where these kids and parents have to cross the street.
Especially with the junior routes that are getting home.
They're late in the dark.
It's dark.
Yeah. And again, I'm not faulting anyone. I don't think I
And
can do
then
that.
each side, I'm on green, so we're on the right side in the morning, but on the wrong, on the opposite side of the evening. I think there are a few streets that it comes up, because it's on our, I think it's a lit, don't we?
I have to, ask her on the route, I don't know. Feasibility.
There is a list that is provided at the beginning of the year, but the cul-de-sac roads, roads that are travel, roads that are allowed to be turned on, roads that you are allowed to back up on. That should be on the September agenda, pretty much every year, if not August.
So would that indicate when the bus stop, the home is across the street?
So we cannot guarantee your side, and
right.
we do try.
Yes.
Especially for educated students, students who need an adult or a guardian to be there to get them off the bus. Obviously, sometimes it's not feasible. If not, just need to be on the bus for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it is advisable and it is attempted, but obviously in the grand scheme of things, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, I think even the 500 minimum that's in the policy, I've been behind buses that are not 500 minimum between stops. Like, we may need to take a look, and that might free up where we're doing some.
I have to double check, I want to say that that's state statute.
The 500 minimum. Right, that's what I'm saying, it's not, but we're stopping way less than that.
Could be special needs students also, they are out.
It's not that. Well, we're on that now. Just that.
I can look at it.
Yeah.
So, just so I understand, you're advocating for less stops,
Yes.
not more stops?
In a neighborhood? Yes. And that might free up.
Not on Coles Mill
So you're
Road.
saying less stops on
Right,
those
and
than maybe more
other
stops?
thoroughfares on their side.
I understand. Any other, business comments? New business, before we go to new business, I forgot some on the report, my president report, so we can jump back real quick. I attended the township, I saw Lars, and she reminded me, township committee meeting, last, Tuesday, and, there was, multiple officers that, were promoted, one of which is congratulations. And at the same time, our newest, that's our, Danielle, somebody can hear last name.
Larissa.
Yes, Danielle was hired at that meeting, so I don't know if she started yet. But yeah, so she's here and now have, full coverage of all schools.
Yay. That isn't me, I'm just glad that it's happening so fast.
So I'm sorry, I apologize for.
It's actually great call me first.
Under new business, as you can see, we have our resignation from Mrs. Michael. Unfortunately, she's been dealing with some health issues with a family member that she doesn't mind me sharing this, I don't think she would. But it's taken her focus away from her board membership, and she didn't feel as though she could represent the board in the way that she thought that the board needed to be deserved to be represented. So she had to make the unfortunate decision to step down, which we obviously all understand that her family has to come first. So well wishes to Mrs. Michael and her family moving forward. I think we recognize her in January due to the late notice of the resignation.
And then will you'll advertise for that, for candidates to apply?
Yeah, so we're sending that notice out to the paper tomorrow, putting it on social media, and
I would expect to see your application.
Oh, don't worry, it'll be there, baby.
Please and thank you.
Yes.
I will. Can I say, what's the matter? Yes, I will. I have to vote, sit next
In
to.
all seriousness, please come back.
I want to.
But we need, well, I think you have our support.
Well, thank you.
We value you here as a board member. You have a lot of experience. We have a busy year.
I just, okay, can I say something about Diane?
Sure.
Diane and I connected when she first was elected 2 years ago. She and I think Greg and Michelle were in the corridor at the administrative building waiting for, because you and I were applying for the seats that were empty. And I think that's what you were doing at that point. And Diane was there because she couldn't start yet because she didn't have fingerprints. So I don't even know this woman, right? And I said, well, do you not have fingerprints because you're an alien? Or are you in the witness protection? And I think that's how we kind of hit it off. Plus, we're close to the same years, and we've had a pretty good relationship, and she would not mind sharing that she's what she thought was going to be a surgical recovery has turned into a long-term care situation in Florida. She may not be up. She'll be up at Christmas, but she may not be up for months and months. I tried, frankly, to talk her out of it. I said, look, there's 9 members, you know, just there's plenty. She said, I can't if I can't do it right. I don't want, it's getting me emotional, because she was emotional. So, and I suggested she call the 3 of you, and maybe you would talk her out of resigning, but I guess it didn't work. So yeah, so the alien is not coming back. She really did a lot with this boy. She read a lot. She loved going to Mr. Peters' school and seeing the kids, and
She did mention First Fridays.
yes, yeah.
And yeah, when I spoke to her, she seemed definitely upset that she was having to leave, but
She was, wasn't she,
I didn't
Jace?
want to obviously try to kill her instead at that point.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I don't care. Okay. That was, I just wanted to say that about Diane.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just real quick, we'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Mrs. Diane Michael. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Barb's opposed. Public comment, make a motion to the public, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone from the public wish to address the board this one? No one's changed their minds? 5 minutes again. Make a motion to close, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other comments on board members?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Wish everybody Happy New Year. Our next meeting, reorganization meeting scheduled for January the 2nd at 6 p.m. Traditionally, we hold that in the administrative building, and we can talk about the protocol, within the otherwise. With that,